All right, Miss Connie, you guys should see the recording started in your top left corner.
Okay, and you're going to present, correct? There we go. All right, my friends. So we are going to continue our month of stories that John Denver sang as songs. But before we get started, let's take a minute to review the last two stories we read. So our next slide, please. The first story was about a man's memory of all the fun he had at his grandma's house. He told about the activities that were special, but the best was the night that he spent in her feather bed. And then last week we read Sunshine on My Shoulders, which is a story about how the sun makes him feel. That sometimes it makes him sad, others happy, but always lifted his spirit. And he hoped that everyone can experience these feelings, either through the sunshine or something else, maybe in nature that makes you especially happy. Today, on our next slide, up one, please. Today, we're going to read Take Me Home, Country Roads. So based on the title of this story, what do you think the story is going to be about? So if you don't have your ABC cards, you need to grab them or grab a piece of paper or your phone, whatever you have handy. And mine are always in this drawer except for today. Oh, there they are. I share my desk sometimes with Mr. Tish, and he has a way of moving my things. So based on the title of the story, Take Me Home, Country Roads, what do you think it's going to be about? Do you think it's going to be about A, going on a hayride, B, traveling back home, or C, sitting around a fire? What do you think this story is going to be about? Oh, I see. Oh, I see a lot of bees. And do I need to get my eyes checked? I can't see all those small letters so far away. So it looks like the majority of my friends think this book is going to be about traveling back home. Well, guys, I'm not going to tell you. We're going to read the book and we're going to find out if we were right or not. Oh, sorry. I don't have control. So let's begin. Country Roads, Take Me Home. Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Where do you think their home is at based on those two pages? Is it in A, California, B, Michigan, or C, West Virginia? Oh, man, I can't fool anybody. Everyone's telling me that their home is in West Virginia, and you would be correct. Okay, let's move on. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama takes me home, country roads. I love the pictures. There's so much in these to see. If you look at this picture, you will find some people that are traveling. And I say that because they're pulling behind them a camper. What else do we see in this picture? What are other people doing?
Well, Miss Connie, I see a van. I see a whole bunch of people traveling in a van.
Okay, what makes you know that they're traveling, Lori? Nope, that was the one I said. That's the camper. Where's the van? Up on the hill. Yeah, there we go. What makes you think they're traveling, Lori?
They have suitcases and things packed on top of the van.
Very good. Our story didn't tell us that, but if you look at the van, she's absolutely right. There's a bunch of suitcases, and we usually use suitcases when we're traveling. Okay, let's do one more. Yeah. Someone tell me about that truck. Do you think he's traveling or maybe he lives there? What do you think?
It's hard to tell, but I think he lives there because it doesn't look like he has any suitcases in the back.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like he's got stuff that maybe he's taken home, or maybe he dropped something off at that little store right there where you see peaches and corn. All right, Miss Ashley, so we continue? All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue waters. So in West Virginia, there are a lot of coal mines, and that's the name of this one, Mud Creek Coal Mine. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Now, that can mean a lot of things, but I want you to take a good look at that picture. And if you look, the background's kind of light, so it's probably daytime. And it's sunny and warm because I know that because the people riding the motor scooter or motorcycle have short sleeves on or no sleeves on, no coat on. And I see there's a train going through the background. And trains back then, especially when the story was written, they used either wood, coal, or some type of fuel to make them go. And there was a lot of exhaust that came out of the train. And it came out in kind of black clouds. So with that said, let me ask you a question. What was making the sky dark and dusty? Was it A, smoke from the train, B, exhaust from the car, or C, the water tower? What was making in that picture the sky dark and dusty? And yes, my goodness, my friends are on a roll. We have everyone saying A, smoke from the train. And you would be correct. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hours as she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Lots of people traveling, going over the bridge. Up one. Oh, nope, sorry. And driving down the roads, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Hey, can someone tell me, what does it say on that house? There's a big sign on that house. What does it tell me?
Miss Connie, it's saying that there's a family reunion at that house.
Lori, what is a family reunion?
It's
Are
when
they
all
having
of your,
Go ahead.
oh, it's when your family, like all your aunts and uncles and grandparents and cousins and second cousins and all that get together and like once a year and just talk and visit.
So you're right. It's when all the family gets together. For us, we always called it a party because there was always good food, a lot of laughing going on. And some people do it yearly, and some people it's a much farther period in time in between. But it's a time to get together and meet all of those that you're related to, like she said, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. nieces, nephews? Okay, Miss Ash. Well, before you move on, Ashley, sorry, has any of you been to a family reunion? Now, you know I have, because I kind of said that. I've been to 2 of them, types. And it looks like Miss Kasha has and Miss Margaret has. Miss Ashley, I can't see your room very good. Can you tell me if everyone in your rooms had been to a family reunion?
All 3 of us had.
All 3 of you. Did you guys enjoy those get-togethers?
We do.
And sometimes you meet family members that maybe you've never met before, or you only have seen, once in a very, very long time. All right, well, let's see what happens next. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Oh my goodness. Someone tell me what you see in this picture, because there's a lot going on. Everybody's super quiet this morning.
Denise sees cute dogs.
There are dogs at the family reunion.
Miss Carla says she sees food.
She sees what?
Food.
Food, yes. Oh my goodness, that was one of the best parts of family reunions. Everybody would make their favorite dishes, lots of desserts. So do you think they're going to eat inside or outside based on that picture?
Outside.
Outside. Yeah, there's a big table set up and picnic baskets. Do you think the people there are having a good time?
It looks like it. Looks like they're dancing almost.
Yeah, looks like they're almost like they're dancing. And I think they're going to have music at some point in time. What
Oh,
makes
yeah.
you Connie know they're going to have music?
I see a banjo.
Yeah, there's a gentleman with a banjo. Sometimes they bring guitars, banjos, and everyone would get together and listen or sing. Well, maybe that's because I'm from the South and that's what we always did at ours. I guess everybody doesn't like music, but we always did. Okay, Miss Ash. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. And you can look at this picture and you will see that we're right. They're all outside and there's lots of good food and I see lots and lots of smiles. So everyone is having a good time. Just like we said they would. Take me home down country roads. So what are they on?
It's a hay wagon.
Yes, we were on a hay wagon. It didn't quite look like that, but when we go to Red Egg Farms, we all get to go on a hay ride. Molly, do you like going on hay rides? Yes or no? Miss Ashley, did your class go to Red Egg Farms last year?
He did, and Molly loves the hay ride.
And you love the hay ride. Awesome. Take me home down country roads. And there, oh my goodness, look. Not only do we have a banjo, but if you look at that picture, I bet you're going to find a guitar, a fiddle, which is like a violin. However, it's played a little different. And then I believe, oh, let me see if I remember what it's not a ukulele. What is that called? Anybody know what that other guitar is? It was like a guitar. Oh my goodness, it's on the tip of my tongue and I just forgot.
Is it a mandolin?
Yes, thank you, Lori. They have a mandolin. Oh my goodness. And you have to get a little closer to the picture, but I do believe I see a man with a harmonica. These are very typical instruments that you would find in the Southern culture. Violin is usually more of a classical music, where a fiddle plays more of an upbeat music. Maybe another day when we have some more time, we can show you those instruments and play a little bit so you can hear the different sounds.
I see a
When I was-
tambourine too, Miss Connie.
Oh, you're right, Miss Margaret. I missed that. There is a tambourine, just like the ones we play when we're having music with Miss Tomoko. Where I grew up, my dad played all of those instruments except for the tambourine. He wasn't much into that, but he had a mandolin, he played harmonica, played the banjo, the fiddle. His favorite was the guitar. Okay, so I want to know is, since our story is finished, if we move on to the next slide, Miss Ash.
Miss Connie, can we count how many instruments we see first?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. All right, so I got to see where Miss Ashley's pointer is. There we go. There's 1. Everyone help. 2, 3, 4. I'm in trouble because I don't know sign language after 5. That's 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh, we missed 1. 7. Good eyes, Miss Ashley. 'I counted 8. Everybody agree? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we missed the
I only
I
count
can't-
7, Miss Connie.
I still can't
Yeah.
count. 1. All right, Miss Connie miscounted. 1,
Say, I see 7.
5, 6. You're right. I got all excited when I saw the, I'm going to call it an accordion, but I'm not sure that's what that is. But it kind of looks like it. Okay, were we right about what this book was about? Yes or no? We said it was going to be about roads that take us home, or traveling back home. Were we right? Yeah, everybody was right. That's what this book is about. So I want to know, how do you think you would feel if you were away from home? And there really isn't a right or wrong answer on this, but would you feel sad, lonely, brave, proud, happy, or afraid?
Well, if I'm on vacation, I'm pretty happy if I'm away from home. But if I'm not and I'm at home because of another situation, I'm usually kind of sad.
And if any of you have ever moved from one place to another, you might feel a little bit lonely because you miss your friends at home. But you might feel a little bit brave too because you're trying something new. Or maybe a little afraid because it is something new. How do you think you
think you
feel?
can-
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Lori.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say, I think it's okay to feel all of those feelings because we do feel a lot of feelings
Mhm.
when we make a change in our lives.
Sure. And even sometimes when we're on vacation, we might miss somebody that we left at home. How do you feel when you're going back home?
I usually feel happy.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. Even when I'm on vacation, I like vacation is a good example, but even when I'm on vacation, it always makes me happy to know I'm going back home. And one of the feelings that's not on here that sometimes you feel is excited. I know when we used to go visit my grandma, it was like going back home because it's where my dad lived. And it was always exciting. You'd be happy and excited all at the same time. So at the beginning of this, did anyone else have anything else they wanted to say before okay. So before I ask you my last question, at the beginning, I told you that this was another song that John Dever sang. So if Miss Ashley, if you would go to the next slide and click on the book, we are going to listen to the song Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Miss Connie, did it change the screen or is it still showing the book?
It's showing it's showing the video.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old and older than country, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama. Country roads, all my memories get numbered. Mine is lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty takes the moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. Radio reminds me from home far away. Driving down the road, I get on the feet that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country
Okay, my friends. Now, because of the time, I'm going to save our last question for next week because I was going to ask you which story you liked best. So we're going to save that for next week. But a reminder for today at 10:30 right now is Tiger Zoom News. And then at 11 is our virtual student only time. And then at 11:30 today is TTN6 News. So I hope all of you will join us then. And I'm going to let you go so we can make it to our 10:30 Tiger Zoom News.